Hello, hello, I move my hands. That's coffee. Coffee. Shut up. You can hear me, but it's not your business. You know, when the poorer the place you live, the more interested your neighbors are. If you live in a really wealthy neighborhood, whether it's a house, apartment, or condominium, and you don't know who lives next door because they're minding their own business. But when you live in a poor neighborhood, everybody's like, ooh, knocking on your door for this and that. It's for the birds. Today is April 21st, which means it's Earth Day. I used to think Earth Day was on April 20th. That's why it was also 420, but that's not the case. 420 was 2 days ago, it was Friday. So it's Earth Day was no, Earth Day is today, but today's the 22nd. 22nd. It's not the 21st, it's the 22nd. Okay? So here's the thing. I wake up early every morning, or I should say my cat wakes me up early every morning. One particular, I have two cats. Two, count them, two. Moses and Keanu. And Keanu is the wilder of the bunch. I just looked at him. He's like, I'm crazy. And he scratches at the back door because he wants to get on the lanai. And then he jumps on the railing. He's like, ooh, ooh, like walks the tightrope. And then he jumps on top of the thing. But then like the ghetto neighbors over here, they like try to push him off and stuff. And so he's like, I'm crazy. But I don't want him to fall or get hurt or injured. So it's tough because he's so cute and he's got these huge big eyes and big pupils. And every morning he's like, whoa, like please let me out. You know, and I'm like, I don't want to lose you. Oh, he heard his name, so he's like, oops, mommy. He's the best looking guy. I said, he's just so beautiful. Like, I don't want to get him to get orders. If he falls, what am I supposed to do? I don't want to have to, I'm not even going to think about it. You know, and it's cats more dangerous falling from a 3 or 4 story building than they are from a 10-story building. I mean, that's more dangerous 3 or 4 stories than 10 story. And he's just so good looking. He's just so good looking. He's my little guy. So, yes, I love my cats. But, what would you do if your cat was asking to go outside and you didn't want him to fall off the railing because he keeps jumping up on the railing? Put it in the comments down below. And don't forget to smash the like button. Did you get the joke here? Because nobody's watching me. So. As you can say, I'm a morning person. Last night I was actually very depressed, but today I'm not. I get up really early in the morning, or should I say, Kiana wakes me up very early in the morning. Actually, I've already said that, but doing these 10 minutes a day things. So, but the fact of the matter is, you're getting more in this 10 minutes than you are on a lot of crappy vlogs where they have professional editors and all this stuff, and they're just putting the money into it and stuff, and just wearing their Supreme merch and everything. And no, dude, you're really getting more from this, really. And if it's all about making yourself a better person, then 10 minutes of me talking, you're getting a lot more than 10 minutes of any of the top vloggers. Really, you really are, in a genuine way. And it's the same thing for me teaching. Every class that I substitute teach, all those kids are like, whoa, thank you so much. You're like, you're the best teacher I've had. You're the best substitute I've had. I'm like, yeah, because you get an hour of me talking compared to the other people. They're not really that good, you know. Anyways. God, he's full of himself. Yeah, I am full of myself, aren't I? I'm full of myself. I've gained 25 pounds this year. I weigh 200 pounds. I guess I am full of myself. But I'm trying to drink more water is the new thing. I quit drinking soda poppers. And that's good, you know. Because I drank too many of them for my whole life. You know? I also started drinking coffee. I don't really like the taste, but what are you going to do? So this is my book here. And this morning I woke up and I usually edit a lot, except on Saturdays I don't do that. And then when I do some writing, I put a W right there. And I only do the actual edits early in the morning. I transfer the edits. I could do them here, but I transfer them edits at the public library, like sometime in the afternoon. Or if I work during that day, it'll be usually after work at whatever library is open that day. It gives me a reason to get out and go to the library, which is good. And I just can work better like that. It's just hard for me to transfer the edits here on my small, like broken Chromebook thing. And also, it's just more distracting, and I can make sure it's cleaner. Because libraries are generally like cleaner. You have a clean office, clean mind. In my place right now, it's not that clean. It's clean, but it's not that clean. So today, these are these edits. Now going through this, you would think, like I'm up to chapter 9 here. Chapter 9 is called the University of Texas. Now going through it, the untrained eye would be like, whoa, look at all these edits. He's got so much that needed changing. He'll never finish. That's what my brother says. He'll never finish. Look at all that red ink. Look at it. He doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, yeah, sure. Now, this is actually very, very, very few edits. Okay? Like, look, the only edit on this page is the word about. And then, like, a comma. And a lot of these aren't even, like, necessary. Like it could pass without edits. But to the untrained eye, you're not even going to notice these edits. You're going to just subconsciously go like, good writing, flows, good writing, flows, you know? So that's what I'm really proud of. I guess it's kind of like to the point, like these pages, the ones that are folded are the ones I need to transfer today. Like once those get transferred and saved, then it's just like boom. Like if I die, then that's going to be the final version, you know? So getting up to this point, chapter 9, you know? Then that's really good. And I know the last two chapters, chapter 9 and chapter 10, they're pretty strong already. Like I can do these fast because it is so already almost edited and polished, I should say. It's so polished that I can go through it really fast. Previously, I couldn't edit a whole chapter in a day, you know, because I was at the rewrite and the revise stage. And I had to add this and write this in the caption, write this and write that. And I had to add this and add that. And so a whole chapter would take me like a week. You know, like a few years ago, working on this consistently, maybe out of a 12-month year, out of the last 8 years, and on average, out of the 12-month year period, I'll work on it like 7 or 8 months a year and take 4 or 5 months off. Basically, that's been the thing, and it's generally been the beginning part of the year. I'll do really a lot, like January, February, March, April, May, up until May or June, and then I generally take the summers off from working on the writing, and then like towards the end of the year, you know. But I'm so done with this book, dude. You know, books aren't supposed to take that long, but not many people have as much intestinal fortitude. Is that the correct term? Intestinal fortitude, is it? No, I don't think it's intestinal. It's not intestinal. Something fortitude. But I can work very hard. Me and my brother both have an extreme work ethic. We do not give up on anything. Like this book, it's not just going to be crap. Like a lot of people would like to paint that inaccurate picture. Like, oh, they just give up. No, that's the exact opposite. Say a million things about me, but do not fucking say that. You know, when I was a teenager, I'm like, I'm going to go to University of Texas. I'm not going to give up until I did it, until I graduated from there. And that's exactly what I did. Same with selling the newspaper subscriptions. When I first started, I'm like, I'm going to break every single sales record. I'm not going to give up until I did. And then that's what I did. You know, I started with a telemarketing company. I'm going to break every single sales record and be the top salesperson here. That's what I did. You know, I do work everything, and it doesn't start out like as cherries at first. Obviously, with the book, fuck, dude, I've had to spend like at least 5,000 hours. Normally, you don't have to spend that much on a little 220-page book, but I had to get it right. 99% of people would have just like it's done. When I was at that farm here in Hawaii, like 5 years ago, there was this like bully lady girl, like butch girl, and she was like obsessed with trying to tell me to not work on my book. She's like, oh, you wrote a book? And it didn't even have the same title. It's like An Unusual Education then. And it was crap. You look through it, there's like, it was like just the design was off. Like it didn't have the headings at the top. There was double spaces here, single space there. You know, and she's just like, And she kept on trying to convince me, like, you don't need to work on the book, you know? You don't need to keep editing it. You wrote it, just leave it be, leave it be. Like, because I'm just like, what, dude? Like, no, because, like, she couldn't work hard at all. And she knew, like I guess subconsciously, she probably consciously couldn't think of this, but, like, I was going to keep working on it and keep on editing it and keep working on it. And everybody, all the haters, and keep on and keep on and keep on and go and research George Orwell's 5 Rules and learn more about subjective voice and transitional phrases and uh, passive voice and all that stuff, and like where I needed help because I can work really hard. She could not work hard. When we were on the farm, she'd maybe work like 2 minutes and try to like come up with an excuse to leave or something, or to like go sit down. And it's just like I'd just be like working all the time. What are my arms gonna fall off? It's like there's like an old lady that lives next door, and like this is a ghetto ass apartment complex where I try not to associate with anybody. But like I kind of feel sorry for her. We're on the third floor, and she like walks with like a cane or basically, and she's got a dog, and she's got all whenever her rubbish is right there. Like I guess whenever I take down my rubbish, probably once a day, I'll take down my rubbish and her bag's right there, and so I'll just pick up the bag. It's not a big deal for me. Is my arm gonna hurt? I'm going down that way anyways. So while I'm throwing away my rubbish, I can throw away hers. But they take it to the next level. They're like, oh, you like that old lady? Ah, so you like I'm old, huh? Like, what, dude? Just because I'm taking down her fucking rubbish? Are you... Like, and then the lady's like, oh, you like me, huh? And I was like, no, auntie, I'm not like, don't call me auntie, I'm young. No, you're not. You're not. But anyways, how did I get on that? How did I get on that stupid people? I don't know. Well, I was just talking about my book and like, yeah, I'm just gonna work on it and work on it until it's good, until it's right, until it's perfect, until it's the best that it can be. Until every sentence is sharp, every paragraph is complete. And I'll keep doing that until it's done. But now it's almost to the point where it's just about done. So I'm hoping the next ish series that I get printed out, the next copies that I get printed out, I'm just gonna be able to go through without any edits. But I've thought that before, so I know there'll be less and less, but there still might be a couple. Not many though. And so that's that. And that really is a great way to start my day is when I edit about like 5 or 10 pages a day, and I put like a W there. And so I work about an hour or so in the mornings, and I do whatever it is in my day. Then I go to the library in the afternoon, and I transfer those edits for another hour or two. So working just like about 2 or 3 hours a day. That's it. And then that seems to be the most efficient use of me being a writer. Efficient use of my skills of writing. All right. Don't forget to like and comment, or if it's in the future, then tell me what you think.